again, I will iterate that Gangplank is a bit of a flex pick. We've seen it mid and competitive, but expect that to go topside for Clutch here.
Another thing to consider with the Orion ban is simply the combo with Rakan and Zac. Very strong engage to set up that Shockwave. We could see the Camille as the answer, and it is going to be a Camille locked in here for Licorice into Solo's Gangplank. So definitely a very aggressive, high-octane matchup up there.
That would be spicy if they went for the Ezreal, by the way. Jensen, the hover on Echo from Smoothie. I appreciate you for that one. But I do, oh wow, and Galio got some pretty big nerfs recently, so he's actually, I think, incredibly weak for solo queue, but we have seen him a little bit in pro play. Jensen on a Galio in mid. And I do want to mention the Camille in the top lane because it's a return to form for Licorice. Back to the carry tops he was so good on before. I think this is a draft that looks very good for Cloud9 if they can work the Galio. He got gigantic nerfs to his mana cost and cooldowns on the Q, which make the laning phase so much harder, and he's going to be against Corki in the mid lane for Febiven.
And the Corki was already a good matchup into the Galio, so this certainly can be something that Jensen may struggle with in the 1v1. But this is about enabling his teammates. This is not a selfish pick by any means here for Jensen. This is saying, you know what? If it's going to be a carry versus carry matchup in the top lane, add Galio into that. Galio plus Camille is an incredibly powerful combo at picking off people in the side lanes, not to mention the combination in teamfights with the engage, ulting in on top of a Zac who has jumped into the back lines, ulting in on top of a Rakan or Camille who is into the back lines. This is definitely very powerful sort of composition in that right. And Clutch is going to have to do something they have done very poorly throughout this split, which is play around and protect Solo. If you do not play around Solo, if you are not defending him, he will get picked on. He will be getting three-man dove, and you will see Licorice take over this game in a side lane.
Now is right behind him, so things to be threatened of, and Jensen gonna sidestep the stun, but they're gonna get this damage anyway. Lyra's gotta flash out, but one more hit will kill. No, it won't! Are you kidding? The first blood goes to Jensen, are you kidding? And the second kill comes through. That is a heart stopper for Clutch.
Completely botched there by Clutch. Jensen survives with the aftershock, with the tankiness of his taunt. He is gonna get a kill and an assist there. And that is going to be devastating for Clutch. They thought they had the first blood and they threw it away.
I can't believe that, but look at the damage in the bot lane. Yeah, Apollo gets a lot of hits towards Smoothie, survives, and away from the Blade Caller as well. The farm very close on the side, but 2 kills spread across the mid and jungle is such a surge in power. We've seen C9 fall back from higher than this, but what a fight there.
I mean, we talked about how important the mid lane is going to be, and here is Lyra coming in from behind. Smart early flash from Jensen. Lyra not able to connect on his Q, and then proccing the aftershock there makes Jensen so much tankier. Those early flat resists. Febiven and Lyra just going down to the turret. Sven coming in. Apollo may get pulled in. Nothing to leash to.
Not too bad there. Black Shield comes down and Tom gets popped. Now the re-engage as Ronnie comes around. 2 more hits. That's going to be a stun available. Yeah, the binding means damage on the top line. The trap there, the runaway, but the shot comes in ahead. Goes down and rolling. Apollo finally gets one on the board. 400 gold difference now. And 300 gold for the 80 carry.
Yeah, and credit there to Apollo and Hawkwo. So
not the most impressive.
Solo is going to face check, unfortunately.
Found out. Going to be slowed down a couple of times. Ulti comes to buy a few more seconds, and there's not enough engaged left. Licorice apparently didn't want to chase into that.
Licorice not level 6. That was the critical difference there. Had that been level 6 on the Camille, that would have been an almost guaranteed kill, but he was not. And all they end up getting really is that ultimate. So pretty small price to pay there for Solo, all things considered, when he did just kind of face check that Zac and is going to be able to get out to tell the tale.
Mini wave's definitely very important. Chasing it through and taking aggro could be a huge threat right there, and nothing big comes out of it. Hawkwo looking for the bind, and Svenskar looking for the redive as the wave is cleared. It's a little bit easier. They find the W slow. They find the ultimate across as well. No ult to disengage. Unstoppable, pulling him back in. The last bit of damage comes through almost, and he will actually. The passive, the burn down comes in. Thank you.
Squishy, but TP coming in here from behind from Licorice. They have the Camille ultimate.
And they put the black shield towards Apollo. Now a flash out from Morgana, but he's trapped inside the Hextech ultimatum. The stun's coming in, flashing to get away, but Sneaky's still going to find the auto attack. And the kill comes into the bot lane. A nice TP out of Licorice. The ulti from Gangplank not going to zone them away enough, but it does mean turrets can fall. Clutch get first turret mid lane, and plenty of damage top if they want it, but it will be a recall out of Solo.
Yeah, and that's going to be Solo gold there for Febiven, which is going to feel really nice. Apollo might have wanted to just hold on the Summoners, as he looked like he was pretty much dead to rights there. Nice TP. It's going to be the TP coming in from Solo. He's going to come down here on the bot side.
Yeah, they're bringing in Gangplank. The Zac pull doesn't mean very much, and looks like with GP there, they're going to be able to clear. We'll get a bit of farm. And right now, no one is holding top lane against Apollo's Caitlyn. That turret's not dead yet, but it will fall eventually as no one is stopping. Now for the big play in the top side of the map, a big chunk comes through, and now Galio in as well for the knockup. The rest of the team coming in as well. Goodbye to Solo. 1 versus 4, loses his life. That is a nice play out of Cloud9.
Yeah, well done by Cloud9. 4-man dive there, but Feppin is pushing up mid lane. Clutch already took down 1 turret on the top side, and they're going for the Rift Herald, so they are trying to trade objectives fairly.
15 seconds on Inferno ulti, gonna find a slow on Sneaky. He ults and almost gets bound on the way down, dodging away though. Black Shield keeps him safe, and not a lot of backline found. Galio now gonna pull in 1. It's Feppin, I do believe, with the damage up at very high. Hakuo pops the stopwatch, tries to run in. Comes Licorice, flashes, gets 1 kill, now trapped up Apollo. Finds his second, a 2 for 0. Lero forced to run away. Svensker safe enough as well. Now this is a great fight for Cloud9. They find the 2 for 0 and they get out cleanly. Yeah,
Licorice finding a lot there. Siki has no ulti though, has to flash out, and Jensen is really low on the side to Feppin there too. Getting very close as these 2 soul laners for Clutch are fighting back on the tail end of this battle.
But a 2 for 0 it is at the very end of the day. Jensen almost bites up more than he could chew, but flashes right back out, and that means Infernal should be pretty much free.
Yeah, and Siki grabbed the honey fruit there, so he's going to heal right back up. Plus, he has that fleet footwork, so will be the Infernal for Cloud9. They come out heavily on top, and Licorice finally cashing in on this pick, making a really nice play. And Siki, they're going to try to run him down, but C9 is there to support.
Yeah. Solo sadly could not quite chain the 3rd barrel in time, so no big slow to start the fight on Sneaky. That could have been nice. We watched that fight again. Sadly, a miss for Lyra.
He does get the miss, but at least able to force out the Blade Caller, and then it is the big engage here from Smoothie coming in. The Galio ultimate lands. Aqua actually able to survive a very long time with the Hourglass, but the effectiveness here of Licorice as he enters the fight. Flash takes down 1, and look at the burst in that 3rd part of the queue from Licorice, taking down Apollo, just bursting him out. Feppin and Solo do a pretty good job, honestly, of fighting back and getting them fairly low, but not able to finish anyone off. But means the play is going to go pretty heavily in C9's favor. A couple kills in the Infernal.
Now the reset package is on for Feppin. He might find himself to play. Looks like this
of itself. So, and a change that had some impact, but because nothing has really been forced out too much. Jensen's going to be roaming down. They're going to actually look for the play. Here comes the ultimate.
This duel for Licorice looks pretty good. Solo trying to get his damage, but it's not going to be enough. A flash away. Licorice going to be sniped at and has no escape tools left. So 1 for 1. A trade of a lot of abilities. Both top laners dead.
Honestly,
the ult.
Really good job by Solo again. He doesn't even expend his flash. Licorice is down the flash. Licorice ends up dying anyway. And Solo has just been so stalwart in the top lane for Clutch this game. A lot of credit, and was caught pretty unaware. They do have very good wave clear still, as we've talked about earlier. Both their AD carries are on those 3-item power spikes, but oh, nice catch on a Licorice.
They're going to knock him down. Galio or not, the damage going to be there. Looking for the back line, not going to find it. And Jensen, when Aftershock wears off, is going to be squishy. But Zach finds the front. A flash away keeps Lyra safe, but it is still a 5v4. Solo takes a big chunk thanks to a 600 AP Galio Q. Redemption respawns the health, and Clutch could look for more.
Yeah, with double AD carries on the map here, they can heal back up and continue to press. They can actually be the ones with the inside track.
So it might not be too much picked up. 5-5 in overall turrets, though. Looking at round number 3 as Sven reaches the back line, gets some damage on Hakuo, pulls him forward. Here comes Galio. This could be massive. They found Corki. They found a second. What a fight from Cloud9. 3. Make it a 4 as Apollo crashes down. And Solo, the last one alive. Cloud9 at the end of the Baron buff. It will be a trade, but Solo alone versus 4 to save the game. Cloud9 ready to keep pushing for more turrets.
Yeah, the Baron is still there, and just what an incredible engage by Svensker and Jensen. And it's looking like they could just close this out. There's 1 minion remaining, but I think Solo's gonna get picked off.
Minions are gone. Orange is pop. He is gonna die, but now there's a bit of time as the minion wave is coming back in. But there it is, and Cloud9 make the play at the end of the split to finally end the losing streak. They will secure that 5th seed. Cloud9 versus Liquid and Clutch versus TSM will be our first quarterfinal matchups.
And what a crazy end there. Such a decisive engage from Cloud9. They pull the trigger. Svensker finds the engage with the Galio follow-up, and that was a game